This is game 2 of Soulwind against Fakes. Soulwind's going to be leading with T-Tar. Fakes also has T-Tar. Do they want to trade blows? Do they want to switch? We'll see. Fakes goes to Gengar. Soulwind Brick breaks. I think that's a pretty weird switch from Fakes because you have the potential to self-trap. You might see a Pursuit T-Tar with Brick Break, but then again, I'm not sure it would want to trade with other T-Tar in the lead slot, even if it does have Brick Break as Pursuit Tar. So maybe we can assume this is mixed Brick Break Tar. Anyway, we'll see what Fakes wants to do. It's actually a Hypnosis, stays in. Has T-Tar got Lam, he could get punished really hard for this sequence. No, he doesn't. T-Tar's just leftovers, so he's okay. Fakes presumably going to switch out here. Yep, there's Metagross, do better against T-Tar than Gengar. And see what Meta wants to do. So he goes for a Choice Banded Explosion on Soulwind's Fori. Unfortunate roll there because Bandit Boom kills most of the time. But Soulwind's Fori is as good as dead anyway because the Fori at 7%. And it's slower than everything and can't really recover up easily. So yeah, Fakes uses the free turn to get T-Tar in, makes a fantastic play, going for HP Grass, smashing Swampert on the switch. Really nice sort of blind prediction there because T-Tar Fori would indicate very often there's going to be a Swampert as the chief switch into Tyranitar because it synergizes with those two really well. So Fakes gets that HP Grass. Someone's going to protect a little bit as, yeah, Fakes shows that he's mixed Tar. And that might just compound Soulwind's issues. Soulwind has to go to Jirachi, which is Asterachi, from how it's coming into T-Tar there. It's been uncomfortable. Yeah, there's Protect and a Fire Blast. So if Fakes is Lum, Soulwind's going to have to first get through the Lum barrier with a couple of Wish Protect Body Slam sequences and then paralyze it again. So a bit awkward for Soulwind, but Fire Blast can't actually 2-hit KO, so he can do it if he can avoid crits and burns and all that nasty stuff. So yeah, we're going to have the sequence again, presumably just another Wish here. Yep, and then we're going to see either Body Slam or Toxic, just the status to break the Llama or whatever. Yep, there's Crunch, maybe just conserving Fire Blast PP, playing around Protects, but Soulwind actually just goes for the Slam here. And yep, there's the Lum broken, so Rachi can get its Protects, then Wish again, then actively threaten something. We'll see if Fakes wants to keep doing this loop. I think he might just switch to something else though, right here. Yep, there's Zard. Now, Zard can be really, really good against these kind of Fortress setups. T-Tar's asleep. Blissey can't deal with Sub Punch particularly well. And I mean, if it's Asterachi, there's actually a little bit of less likelihood of Blissey. The best thing 4E setups can do against Zard is mostly Aerodactyl. Aero would do really well into Fake's team, actually, from what he's shown, especially with this Dead Rock Resist. So yeah, there's Zapdos, and Zard just gets a sub up on Rachi. It's just going to fire off a Fire Blast. Zapdos is sour, or at least it's taken to Sand and Leftovers after. So yeah, looks like that Zap has some HP and special defense from how little it took from that Fire Blast. But still, it's really good damage. Zap is at half health. It's weakened for Gengar and Mixed Tar. They both like Zapdos to be weakened there. And Soulwind roars Lax in. We'll see if Lax can do anything. Might well be walled by Rachi though. But it can. Body Slam, Fish for Powers, Focus Punch, maybe looking to try and catch T-Tar. Yeah, Soulwind goes to Gar there, which is a nice play. And I would guess that he'll pivot out here. Yep, goes into Rachi. So just a little bit of health conservation, switching Rachi into a Shadow Ball instead of a Focus Punch. Now Rachi's well poised to slam it down, pass some wishes. Bit awkward for the Lax booming because of Protect possibility. Jirachi Body Slam doesn't power, but Snorlax Body Slam does. So reverse Serene Grace. Now, this is a pretty interesting turn here. It's worth looking at because we've seen all of Soulwind 6 by now. Um, I mean, it's worth saying that Fakes' Gar and Fakes' Zard both look in really, really good position. Or rather, not his Gar as much as his T-Tar. T-Tar and Zard look great because Soulwind has no natural Zard switch, especially with Tyranitar asleep. And this mixed T-Tar is really gonna like Jirachi being paralyzed because it can now really threaten with Fire Blast just that little bit more, and nothing really stops mixed T-Tar naturally either. Especially if it's a crunch set that he's shown because that deals with Gengar so well. So I'd say Fakes is pretty ahead right now. See if Soulwind can find a way out of it. Bit of an awkward matchup actually, Fori against this kind of aggro. Oh, that's an awesome play. That's a start from Soulwind. A Gengar in on the boom. So Fakes was just trying to boom on Rachi to really make his own Gengar's life that bit easier, and his own T-Tar's life that bit easier. And Soulwind gets it perfectly on the Gengar turn. So now, with Lax dead, Zapdos has actually opened up a little bit. Because Fakes may not have a natural T-Volt switch in. I actually recognise Fakes' team. It was my own once upon a time. Used it versus Undisputed in the last CALLOUS Invitational with Swamp at the last as lead, and it lost. A pretty bad matchup there, but it's got a good one here. Yeah, so T-Tar comes in on the Gengar, threatening Crunch, and Soulwind may just try and sack something off here. T-Tar is in a really, really great spot. I'm not exactly sure what I would do if I was Soulwind, because with Jirachi paralyzed, T-Tar is actually just really dangerous. Maybe you sack Fortress. Okay, no, goes to his own T-Tar, resists the crunch. He's been asleep 2 turns, so he's actually threatening to wake up this turn. Of course, he's got Brick Break. Yeah, Fakes claps him with his own Brick Break. As Soulwind gets 2-turn Wake Up and Brick Breaks T-Tar, which makes his life just much, much easier because T-Tar's now in Gengar range, in Zapdos range, and it's just much... Soulwind's much safer in general, so that 2-turn Wake Up really worked out nicely. But Fakes doesn't mind that break damage on T-Tar either, because of course he's got his own Gengar to think about against T-Tar, and Zard doesn't mind it either because he doesn't have to sub-punch it to kill it anymore, he can just HP Grass it. So Soulwind's probably going to sack Fortress here. Yeah. There's a 4E sack that comes now, and then follow up with something faster. So, 4E sacked. Sucks, 4E couldn't really do much here with that early boom. And Soulwind gets Zapdos in. Has Fakes reveals the loss there, which is Swampert pivoting into T-Bot. Of course, it's still really threatened by HP Grass, so can Fakes pull off a pivot here to Gengar, for example? Yeah. Boom, he can. That's nice. Gengar resists the hidden power and is now threatening Hypnosis again, so Soulwind's going to respect that. Goes Jirachi. Soulwind's actually kind of ahead. His Zap and Gar are in good spots, and Rachi has the potential to pass a wish or two. Fakes T-Tar at 14 can still do a lot, actually. And if this Swampert, it's Endeavorpert here, can sub down on something, then that's a win condition for Fakes. Endeavor something and bring it down and clean with his fast mons. So Fakes will probably switch out here. Yeah, it goes to Zard as Soulwind throws up another wish, and Zard is probably going to sub again to punish a wish pass and doesn't mind if Jirachi wants to stay in and break the sub. Of course, that'd be risking Fire Blast as well, and just Jirachi getting smashed and Gengar winning. So someone passes to T-Tar as Zard subs, but Zard is going to get a Focus Punch kill as T-Tar breaks the sub. Soulwind can follow up with Gengar now, of course, because that's faster than Zard and will presumably have T-Bolt. And Fakes could potentially sack T-Tar if he wants to be super safe, or just pivot straight into Swampert. Yeah, that's nice, T-Bolt. So HP Grasp from the right spread kills. But the question is it the right spread? On this kind of Forrester's team, I think the Gengar's going to be pretty bulky. Oh yeah, and it's actually worth noting that Zard Zard was faster than it looked like. So yeah, it was actually a possibility there was Zard just staying in and getting the Fire Blast straight away on Gar and just taking damage. But I guess he wanted to keep Zard around to really abuse Jirachi. So we'll see if Gengar actually has a grass move, because on this kind of tanky set, it might well not, in which case Swampert is in a really great spot, can start firing off Hydro Pumps. And even if it does have a grass move, it may not kill. Yeah, there's Giga, and Swampert survives. And it's born to Torrent. Fat Hydro Pump for 80 confirms the idea of specially defensive Gar. Totally makes sense. And now Soulwind has no other option really other than to sack. Which I don't know. I don't even know what you do. He could sack Pert and then follow it with Jirachi, but in the process he gets Jirachi endeavored, and at that point, when Jirachi gets low, Fakes' Gar is in a really good spot. But I think I think Gengar is definitely more valuable than Swampert here. Swampert has pretty much no use, so maybe you just sack Pert. I'm just thinking maybe you just play for the Hydro Miss and leave Gar in there, but that's a tricky call to make. Yeah, Soulwind goes to Jirachi. The only thing that's not just going to get killed. And Fakes is going to get an Endeavor. He loves that. And that has almost pretty much sealed the game. All Fakes has to do is get just a little bit more damage on Zapdos somehow. And then Clean House. Zard is in a great spot because it's, of course, faster than Gar. So looks like it's Fakes' game. So yeah, Jirachi's gonna go for a lot of Desperation Protect. Crunch might actually be a roll from here, so Fakes might have to look Fire Blast. Soulwind goes to Zap, presumably looking not a sack, just trying to follow up, get the T-Tar kill while keeping 3 Pokemon alive, including this Jirachi, which could potentially wish on Gengar, as Fakes crits, and that kind of really seals the deal, barring some Zard Fire Blast misses from here. But I think Fakes was just happy to take the damage, because that of course puts Zap safely into Gar range. But yeah, there's a crit. Soulwind's going to follow up with Gengar now, get his kill. Sure. Fakes can bring in his own Gar, which presumably because his Hypnosis Gar is way faster. Yeah, Fakes Gar is faster. Soulwind has to sack. And now Fakes should just explode, presumably to play around Wish if he's got it. And if not, Zard's probably still okay. Yeah, there's Protect into Boom. Not going to do it. Fakes just wants to Boom to deny Wish. And then Jirachi has to double Protect through Power next time, which is just not a winning prospect. So I think Soulwind should play for Miss. Soulwind can actually still win somehow, but no, he doesn't. So yeah, Fakes takes this. He had a fantastic matchup. So that was a great call. Soulwind did play well with what he could, and Jirachi getting paralyzed was pretty annoying for him. That trade with Lax Slam into Jirachi. I also think that Fakes could have been a completely different story if Fakes missed Hypnosis on this turn 2, because Solon would have just absolutely crunched him and smashed his face off. And that would have been a dead Gengar, nothing slapped, and actually just a really awkward position overall for Fakes. Just horribly behind from the get-go. So yeah, I think that was kind of like a needless risk early. I think you maybe could have just gone to Hurt on the turn 1, I don't know. But yeah, Fakes will take the game anyway. Zard had a great matchup. So we'll see what happens in game 3.